Everybody, welcome back to the podcast of the year, the Intentionally Unintelligent Podcast. I'm here with the one and only Chris, and we are very excited to introduce our boy and our guest for today, Mr. Stephen Paul. So yeah, man, we're really excited to have you up here. I know you're a very busy man. We got you on all socials to see you out there making big moves out
Appreciate
there,
you,
bro.
Appreciate
big
you.
moves out
I'm
there.
trying out there. I'm trying to do my thing.
So we're gonna start it off and kick it off with this one main question, which me and Chris have been asking each other all day. How did you get into the jewelry business, my friend?
Yeah.
Take it over. Let's hear.
Alright, so when I was younger, I something I always wanted to do my whole life, right? When I was a kid, I told them I want to be a jeweler. My parents were like, that's impossible. Like, you have no family business, it's not gonna happen. You know how in school they give you the string with the beads.
Yeah.
I used to make the bracelets, necklaces, and be super fire at it. But then when I was in college, my brother got a job at a jewelry store, and I started just taking pictures. So I'd go there after school, take pictures, post on Instagram. After doing that for a month, I sold my first ring, made $1,000, and I dropped out of school.
Oh shit! Oh, you put everything into it.
Yeah, I was I was high as hell off that.
Yeah.
I went from I was making $100 parking cars. So once I made that first slip, I knew this is it. I just seen the vision.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. When me and Andrew, when we heard about it, we were thinking there had to be a family member that was involved.
Yeah,
You're self-made, bro.
Yeah.
You're self-made. You got a place in
Diamond District. Yeah, me and my partner are both self-made. No family in the business. We started
I was
from
gonna say
scratch.
we usually, when you hear somebody that has any type of business in the Diamond District in New York City, you would think he's got some type of family out there,
Yeah.
uncles, fathers. So this is just something you fell in love with at a young age. You found.
You see the rappers growing up, you see the rappers, they got the
of course.
bust downs, they got the watches, so it's always mesmerized me, but I was like, yo, I gotta figure out a way to sell this. I want to design this stuff. This is cool stuff.
Now, do you do designing on your own, or do you kind of just, like you said, buy and flip?
I do both. So I do a lot of buying and flipping now, but when I first started, it was designing. You could come to me saying I have $20,000 budget, and show me you just show me your logo, and I could already picture how it's gonna look with the diamonds, and then I'll be working one-on-one with my 3D designer.
That's fire.
So
I seen a lot of stars on your page. Who we talking?
I used to work for 2 companies before I went on my own.
Yeah.
So I worked with a lot of celebrities over there. We worked with Jim Jones, Mano, Dave East, Jewels, but that was all through that company.
Yeah.
Now I work with Jadakiss' son.
Oh, that's
I
fine.
built a relationship with him. I'm more about relationships with people,
Yeah.
Believe it or not, I'm
Connections.
about connections, yeah. I'm just
Yeah.
building a relationship with everybody. I'm making sure everybody's happy. I do honest business because it's a slimy business. It's
I can imagine.
super slimy, super greedy. So
You got to separate yourself, right?
you do, yeah.
Yeah, you need to find something that stands you out from the rest. Because I even now on socials, you see a lot of different people on the Diamond District. What's his name? There's somebody real big. With Moses.
You got Moses. Yeah, Moses is a savage.
Yo, these guys they don't
lie,
play
man.
games,
He's a
man.
savage.
They don't play games over there. I'm telling you.
Dude gave away 5 Rolexes.
But again, he was another one too that kind of started from his videos weren't making much, and then I felt like in a week or two process, he was going from a couple thousands to high 100,000s.
Yeah, now he's at 1 million followers. I
No,
think.
he's giving out Rolexes
crazy.
to followers.
That's crazy.
That's insane.
That's great marketing.
If I
That's
follow him, I
great
get a
marketing.
Rolex.
You might be lucky enough.
I don't know where my phone's at,
You
but,
might be lucky enough.
I think it's over now. I think you missed your shot. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
yeah.
I think you missed your shot.
Oh shit, that sucks.
Rolex you buy is better than a Rolex you get given for free. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Buying your first Rolex is awesome. Cause that's you think of success. I need to get my first Rolex.
Yeah.
So when you work hard and you buy your first Rolex, it feels fucking amazing.
Do you want to maybe expand the business to other states? Or you thinking New York City's where it's at?
Me and my partner were talking, maybe Miami.
I feel like that's the spot.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
maybe
it's
Miami.
got to be big mainstream cities,
But it's just not accessible. If we go to Miami, we have to have all the merchandise. Where I'm on 47th Street, if I need something, I go downstairs, I go across the street. Everything, it's the hub for everything.
Yeah.
Even if we lived in Miami, I'd still have to come to New York to do what I have to do.
Yeah, right. New York
Yeah.
City kind of runs the jewelry game.
It's the
man.
mecca.
Yeah.
I think it was 90% of diamonds all come through New York, and then they go out into the world.
I mean, think about it, because like it gets shipped off from Europe and other continents. I feel like everything kind of flows through New York. You know what I mean?
All comes to New York. This is the hub for everything.
And then it goes into other states.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, that's fucking dope, though. That's
This
fire.
is.
That's
It's
fire.
cool stuff. It's cool stuff, but it's stressful.
I can imagine. So, because if you buy a piece of jewelry, I'm imagining for $100,000, you have to flip that piece and
You
get
have
profit.
to. You have to flip it. You have to make good profit too.
You know, and if you don't, it's like that shit's gonna sit on the shelf, and I feel like it's just like a car, right? Like it's gonna depreciate, over time.
Well, if
maybe.
you buy it right, no.
Yeah.
If a certain piece I have that I bought right, I most likely won't ever lose on it. But you just, the whole point is you want to get your money in and out, keep flipping the money, keep flipping the money.
Yeah.
It's not a museum.
Not a museum, yeah.
You're not trying to. That's what I feel like. A lot of people have that problem. They buy their merchandise and they're just trying to sit on it for as long as possible, and that's
Because they want to make the most amount of money.
it's not about that.
No, in the beginning, like in my stages, it's like flip. If I can make like 2 G's in an hour, take it.
Yeah, rather than sitting there and waiting a week just to make yourself an extra $1,500.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
People don't have that business
Yeah.
mindset.
How did you
Mindset.
stay humble
Different
throughout
goals.
this whole process? You know what I mean? Because it's like you were young, like making serious bread. It's like, you
Yeah.
seem like an extremely humble dude. Is like, was that
Appreciate
hard,
you.
like over the years, to kind of maintain that sort of mentality?
I think the reason I'm humble is because I'm still not where I need to be.
I feel like us as humans, we're never truly where we want to be.
Yeah.
It's like, think about it. It's like the chase is what's fun.
It's
right?
the chase,
You
yeah.
know, and then you're always chasing more. You know, and then
Yeah.
by the time you're done, it's like the goal is leave behind generational wealth and stuff like that. But throughout life, it's always going to be trying to build your business,
You
get
just
more
keep
expanded.
you just keep kicking that, like you get to the ball, you kick it farther. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what makes us truly successful, right? We can
Yeah.
never be happy where we are. You know, you always got to be looking for more.
there's like a hole inside of me that will never be filled.
Yeah.
Straight up,
I feel the same way.
straight up. No matter what I do, no matter what I achieve, no matter how much I get, I want more. And
That's because you're a secure man and you're confident
Yeah.
in your abilities.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like insecure, weak men never chase shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They stagnate. They get comfortable where they're at. But truly great men are always going to be the ones that try to do more for themselves, like throughout their entire lives. And the truly great men also do that for themselves. It's like, like I'm at a point right now where like I don't have a family. I don't know if you have kids or a wife or anything like that. All right, great. So you're doing this for you.
Yeah,
You're building yourself up. That means you love yourself. You know what I mean?
But I feel like if I have kids, it would give me purpose. I'm not gonna lie, I was thinking about it recently.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Congratulations to Angelo.
There we go.
His first baby.
Thank you very much.
Santino
Yeah,
Pistone.
It
There we go.
definitely gives you a little bit of a kickstart.
gives
Like
you a reason, right?
yeah, it's like a slap in the face, a reality check. Like, you're not really doing things for yourself no more,
Yeah, it's not about you anymore.
Nah, it's
Like
completely
if
not
you're having
about
a
it.
bad day, if you're going through something, don't matter.
That's I was just telling him in the car driving here. I'm like, yo, there's days where like I go to work and I'm like, fuck, like I don't want to be here at all, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and I say it all the time. Like, if I didn't have nobody, like if I didn't have this kid, I would be calling out. I would be home doing something. But I'm like, yo, it's really not like, it's not like what my father would have done. My father probably didn't want to go to work neither, but he busted his ass 8 hours a day. He came home and that's what he did. So I try to, follow in that footsteps.
But it makes your day easier though, right? A little bit. Like you know that like that's
Just knowing that you got somebody to come home to, you know what I'm saying? You got that little
Yeah.
kid that's gonna look at you like,
your God.
I never.
It's your tiny human.
Yeah, like you look at this thing that you fucking created, and it's just like.
Does it ever feel like
it's
unreal?
Surreal.
Like too real where it doesn't feel real?
The birthing process, I would say, is the most unsurreal shit I've ever seen in my life. Like it's I said it to the doctor. It's the ugliest thing that I have ever seen, but it's the beautifulest thing that I've ever seen.
Did you
It's so crazy. Did I cry? I was telling everybody knows I'm a crier, bro. I cry for anything. So when that baby came out, I was bawling in tears. My wife is like, "You all right?" She's asking me, "Are you all right?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good," but that's our son over there.
That's amazing though.
Yeah, bro. It was crazy.
That's amazing though. But the beautiful thing about your situation is like you're already you're gonna be built up by the time like you do have that. And it's
Hopefully,
like you spend so much time hustling and doing things for yourself. And Angela, you've done that for years too, trying to build yourself up, get to where you're at, and you did. And then the kid came out at like perfect timing, and that's kind of
brick by brick.
brick
That's
by
it.
brick, and that's
Brick
kind of
by
gonna be
brick,
you.
yes,
like
brick
you're
by
filling
brick.
the holes within yourself by hustling for your means. You know what I mean? And then when you get it, it's like then you finally have a child. It's like, all right, this kid's secure because
Yeah.
I was good within myself.
It's like you just love the game too,
Yeah, of course.
You gotta love what you do. That's what's got to get you there.
And it's different, like what you do. Like not a lot of people do this.
Like no one took me seriously when I wanted to do it. I'm not gonna lie.
Like what was your upbringing like in Brooklyn? Like did you have like a hard upbringing? You think
I mean, everyone goes through shit in life, right?
Yeah.
I've been through some whatever. I got some shit that went on in my life, but like, nothing that I would say would like I didn't like. I'm trying to explain it right now. You know, I come from a divorced family. You know, there was always some bullshit at home. We didn't have a lot of money growing up, but my mom always made sure I was good. Like, I never looked at anyone. I was like, oh, like I was never hungry. I never went to sleep hungry.
Yeah.
You know.
All right.
Like there's certain shit that you go through, but at the same time, it's like I always wanted more.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's the mentality you have to have.
Yeah, I was gonna say your mom installed that into you.
Yeah, she owns a business too. She built her business from the ground up.
That's what I'm talking about.
So that's what I was.
So that's in your genes.
It's in my genes. My grandfather had a business. My uncles all had businesses. That's all I know. You know, the 9 to 5 is not really for me. I can't do it.
I'm like the older I get, the more and more. We were just talking about this. Like the older I get, that shit ain't for me for much longer.
9 to 5, right? Yeah.
Because you know what it is, man. Like you're in control of like your performance is based on how much money you're gonna make and how successful you're gonna be. And if you don't perform,
you don't make money.
You're fucked.
And if that's not your motivation, I don't know what else is.
But so many people fold, right?
A lot of people fold under pressure.
A lot of people fold.
What did Bert say? The last episode. It's not for the faint at heart. It's not for everybody. It really isn't. And listen, if that's what you like to do, you want to get up and get your paycheck, you know, every Friday. Or
I respect
whatever.
that, man. I respect.
Me too.
That,
me too. Those guys that go to work 8 hours a day for, you know. I'm not going to say pennies, but you know, for a certain amount of money,
minimalistic.
You're putting a label on what you're.
But they sold the security. They traded it. They took the security for the money.
There you go.
That's what
there
it
you
is.
Go. Security.
What was the term, like you trade in your time or something like that? Like it's like you're giving them your life. You know, and then like people that own businesses is like they're investing within themselves. You know, I forgot exactly what the quote was, but. You know, I feel like, you know, if guys like us, like we always say, like we were having conversations on the car rides up here all the time. It's like, yo, we did not bet on ourselves. It's like we always search for like getting the good career. And then when you get it, this is what I'm talking about with Life's a Chase. It's like you get some shit and then it's like, all right, now I need to go do some other shit.
Get some more.
Yeah,
you have to. It's a constant. Like that's what it's about.
Being stagnant. It's like I feel bad for the people that are like stagnating. Like they just get complacent.
Comfortable. Yeah.
I can never be.
It's good though. You know, it's less people to compete with in the field. You know.
Yeah, because you're just not. You're not
like
doing.
The competition is much lower right now than what it was back then. To be honest, like around our parents' generation.
Are there people that maybe 100%. Run the Diamond District like over there, like, and then you gotta kind of like compete with like top dogs and like.
Yeah, I'm competing at the highest level. Like I'm competing with people who their grandfather started the business. They're
That's what I'm talking about. That's why it's so impressive. Like I'm sure you could agree. Like son, you started this with you and your partner. You didn't get handed nothing.
Nothing. And me and him. So the way we set it up is he has his own business and I have my own business, but we share the space.
Yeah.
So like what we both operate our businesses differently, but we just share it. We split the space and we work together on the merchandise.
So this space, I've been to the Diamond District before, so it's basically like you're renting out a
No booth, no. We got a showroom. We got like a private showroom.
Like Uncut Gems.
Dope.
Yeah, just like that. Yeah. You walk up the stairs, you walk in, it's private as hell. Yeah. Because I don't like the booth. I don't like being around everybody. It's like a cesspool over there.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I've walked in there and it looks like it looks like
It's like a flea market vibe.
Yeah,
like Canal Street shit.
Just so many.
It's a lot of stimulation.
That's what I'm talking about. How many times are people really gonna buy like that foot traffic? They ain't buying shit.
They are.
For real?
They are. Your foot traffic, you're gonna sell a lot, but you're also gonna get a lot of window shoppers. You know.
Which at the end of the day, if that's what you got to do, that's what you got to do.
That is, yeah.
However you got to make your money, you make your money.
But I prefer a private space. I like my client to walk in and we're in a private space. I got the TV on. I'm pouring some champagne. Yeah. But if he's down there, like, if I'm selling a watch for $20,000, my neighbor's selling it for $19,000. Now, that's a conflict of interest
That's what I'm saying. Like, you know? At one point, a customer's got to walk in and he could just come to you and be like, "Oh, you just offered me for 20. This guy here, 3 feet away from me, just offered it for 18." That's right. And then you're like, "All right, I'll give you."
That's 17. The worst. That's why TikTok messed up the game a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, bro.
Shit's too out there. Yeah.
TikTok's this is secret business, and it probably should have stayed secret. To be honest.
Yeah, I mean, but also you got really big on the social, so like that probably bought you like you know.
I was gonna say, did your socials kind of help build up the business?
All social. I get all my business through social media.
For real?
All my business through Instagram.
That's amazing, bro.
Everything.
That's amazing.
Yeah, nobody walks into my place.
We're at the time where we're like building.
Everybody
it up right
DMs you, right?
DMs me, yeah. I run ads and they DM me.
That's crazy.
Yep.
Is that how you got Davey? Because once I saw the thing with Davey East, I lost my mind.
Really?
Yeah, I thought it was the greatest thing in the world.
No,
When he came there, and you were putting on a chain on Davey
That was
East,
a good experience, man.
He's a man.
It was dope.
Shout
right?
out to my former employer, man. He was like, he
Yeah,
was a good dude.
he took care of you, right?
I learned a lot working for him. I learned a lot working for that guy. You know,
That's just a lot of good qualities that you have that, like, you know, you're shouting out people that kind of gave you a start.
Yeah.
You know, never bite the hand that feeds you, and then you made something you learned from this. I'm sure he's happy for you too.
Sure, yeah.
I mean,
He's like, yeah, I mean, he's a competitor.
There was some issues when I left, you know.
yeah, but what are you gonna do? Like, you know,
What are you gonna do? Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta.
He
start
did
your
threaten
own
to
shit.
sue me, but it's okay.
It's all right. We got past.
over it,
We got past that, and we did it. Well, I'm sure, like you said, people want to see you do good, but never better than
Yeah,
that, right?
it's hard to see your employee come in probably. And,
Yeah, of course. Now, like you said, you could be you're a competitor. You know,
Yeah.
you went from
good-
an employee
like a
to
worthy
a competitor.
competitor.
yeah, probably that's probably what it is. Because you know, if
Tell him
other
to stop hating his hating ass. Like,
Yeah.
let him. Yeah,
Stop
let
hating. Tell him.
Yeah. I don't want to say anything. My lawyer just talks.
No.
Yeah, but you had that thing in your brain. It's like, I'm not gonna go build somebody else's shit anymore. I'm gonna go build my own.
I never, you know, but like I was only there to learn. You
Yeah.
knew that. Everyone knows that. I'm only there to learn.
Yeah, exactly.
I never cared about the money in the beginning. I still don't care about the money, to be honest with you. The money's bullshit. Like, whatever. Money's fake. It's not real. Comes and it goes. It's a piece of paper. But, like, it's just the adrenaline rush.
I love
That is a good
It's
idea.
the
I
rush,
love that.
you know?
I love that.
I like a flip. I like buying something.
That's why it works.
Yeah,
for
you see,
Gets
this
me
is
going, bro.
this is, I'm telling you, this is why people like you are successful. When all you care about is money, and money is so important, it does not come to you. I'm
it's
telling
not
you,
attractive to you.
it's like God is telling you something, and He's keeping it away from you.
People that
it makes me
save
go
it
crazy.
don't make it.
No, they think like, it really like makes you like the world revolves around this green piece of paper, and then there's some guys who just exactly what you said is it's nothing.
It's not real.
It's nothing.
It's not even real.
It's nothing.
It's crazy.
It's just numbers on your phone. Like
Back then it was something when it was backed by gold. Now it's nothing. They print that.
No,
shit,
now it's
bro.
legitimately.
bro, they
It's
print them
nothing.
how
It's
you see
legitimately
it.
nothing.
So, but sometimes when they would just print more money out. So why your dollar is worth nothing.
It's worth shit.
Your dollar is worth nothing. Like literally.
And people that save it, they're mad cheap. Like blow my mind.
Yeah.
Like spend that shit, bro.
Yeah, like you're not gonna live that long.
No.
You're not gonna live that.
Yo, they don't want to take
Invest it right.
Yo, they don't want to buy
Invest it
their
for
kids
sure,
things.
right?
Like, yo,
Invest it
that's the thing that bothers me the most. Like, yo, like I understand you can't just spoil your kids and give them freaking anything because then they grow up to be a menace and shit like that. But yo, your kid wants to go on a vacation. You got money in the bank. You're not taking your kid on a vacation
Yeah.
because you're worried about the.
Get your kids some sneakers, man.
Like, yo, money comes and money goes. I tell people that all the time. Again, I'm not saying to be a bad spender. Like, you know, like keep your shit in check. You know, you got your bills to pay. Make sure your bills are paid, and make sure you know there's food on the table and you got a roof over your head. But stop taking it so seriously. People go crazy, and look how, like you said, look how slimy people are, bro. For
yeah,
a
they're
dollar,
slimy for the money.
for a dollar.
I've seen it bad in the diamond
I
district
could
too.
only
I've
imagine.
seen
I could only imagine.
You know,
That's probably just crazy.
Ran.
It kind of like ties back into like what me and him are doing, like with this podcast. It's like, you know, like right now, like we're just doing it just to do it, just to talk to people, chop it up, see where it goes. But it's like, you know, we're looking at like the views and the videos, and we talk about a lot of like, it's a different thing every week. So like, you know, we talked about mental health a lot like the past 2 weeks, which is huge in like society. And I seen like people seeing that video, like 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 people are viewing that shit.
like
And it's like, yeah, it's
men's
like
mental health. Like you were doing like men's mental health.
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, we had a bunch of people on. We were talking about that, and it's like, damn, like 6,000 people seen that, and like, you know, me and him have been passionate about this whole project, but it's like it hasn't been lucrative, but we're still so excited to come here like every single time. It's just because maybe it'll go somewhere like that, but even if it doesn't, it's like, damn, you could change people's lives a little bit.
100%. That's what it's about. That's what it's the
100%.
purpose behind it. Because then when you get to that point where it's already established and you're making the money, then it's boring.
Then it
you
becomes
need
less
another-
authentic.
Yeah,
know?
then you need something else. Then
like-
you start to chase that other
Like
thing.
our thing is the real, the raw, and the authentic. It's like, you know, even before we were chopping it up, before the camera went on, it's like, yo, like, what could I say? This and on the floor. I'm like, yo, just be you. Be you 100% of the time. It's like, that's what this platform is.
That's what it is. You know,
And you guys got good energy. Like I'm comfortable right now because I don't usually go in front of the camera too much.
Yeah,
Like,
a lot
just
of people have been
stay-
nervous, like that I speak to,
Yeah.
like I get a little this and that. Like they don't even tell us when we're recording. It's like, yo, just come on here and we're gonna chop it up and just talk like how we're talking like off camera.
Yeah, you guys got energy. I feel chill. It's like flowing. It's natural.
Yeah,
That's it, bro.
That's what we're going for here. Like we said, we don't have a demographic of
Anybody.
Yeah, no, we want to get all walks of the world, man. Every ethnicities and professions, and that's what we're going for. We want people to be interested every week. I want people to be like, I want to tune in and I want to really see what they got going on next, from a jeweler to a guy who gets pallets to men's mental health to our lovely producers that are behind the camera. We want everybody to be able to be themselves.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the goal.
Very, very important.
We started this shit a month ago, bro, and the following has been crazy. It's just people could just sense
good support.
Real.
Good
so
support.
you guys started together, or were you a guest first, and then you
So yeah, basically that's how it started. Chris started the podcast. This was his vision. This was his goal to get on here. This is something like that's your dream to do, Julie. This was his dream. This is what his calling was, and he, I think, said to himself finally, I'm gonna stop being scared and I'm gonna just go out there and put myself out there and see what we get back. Me and him been friends for, I can't even tell you how long, but our first episode, it kind of just flowed. It felt so natural. We're very good together. Whatever he lacks, I kind of pick up. Whatever I lack, he kind of picks up, and you kind of need that in just a podcast. Yeah.
Because like the first 2 weeks I was doing it alone, and like the first 2 weeks the episodes went awful. Like, not good.
You need someone's energy to bounce back and forth.
It wasn't even that. Like, it was just like, it just kind of like fell on my face early. And then Angelo was actually the third. And I dropped the first two because like those people, like I didn't like feel like it was worth it. You know what I mean? And then Angelo came on and I was like, holy shit. Like, I don't know why I didn't think of this before.
He texted me, said, Angelo, he's like, you were just the most handsome, most well-spoken man I have ever met. He's like, it's such a shame that you cannot be on this podcast every episode. He's like, there's hundreds and hundreds and thousands of people asking for you. I said, you know what? I said, Chris, you're right. I said, let me help this guy out. I said, let me come on. Let me come on here. It does, bro. It does.
But on like a serious, dish out compliments.
On a serious note, though, like I can't do it without him. No fucking way. I cannot see this going anywhere without him.
Kind of like your partner, right?
Yeah. Well, me and my partner, so like I said, I'm my own business and he's his own business, but we do like help each other is where we lack. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, you need that. Just like your former employer. As much as there was a little bit of bad blood.
Yeah.
You needed him. At one point you needed him. You needed to learn from him. You can't do anything in this world. You cannot do it by yourself.
No, you can't. You go farther with people.
Yeah, 100%.
Because they're established and you learn, you pick up traits and you figure out like maybe you want to do something a little different. Like like what did he do that like you do a little different? Like maybe shed some light on that. What do you think?
I do a lot of the buying. I do more like the buying flipping. That's over there was more like a brand, right? It's like Cartier. You walk into Cartier, like that's how he was designing his brand. So it's like higher end brand. It's more expensive brand, and the quality is there.
Yeah.
But for me, it's like I do a lot of buying and flipping right now. I'm like more of a hustler. Buy it and flip it. I buy it and flip it.
When you buy in the Diamond District?
I buy off. Yeah, I buy. So that's the thing, right? I buy off people. It's really difficult to buy from one dealer and sell it to another dealer at a profit. That's where like the TikTok kind of got people a little fucked up, because we're all connected. Like we're all in group chats. So when someone posts a watch,
everybody
know it.
Everybody sees it.
So for someone to go buy a watch from this guy and then bring it to this guy, you're not gonna make no money.
He knows exactly where you got it from.
I know where you got it from. And then like so when customers come to sell a watch, for example, right? Like I tell them your first offer is your best offer because the second you show it to, I offer you 15, right? And now you went to him, he offered you 14. Yeah. Now you went to this guy. I already know. Now we all know. It's called they whore out the watch. Yeah. Now you come back, I'm offering you 12.
Yeah. That's why your first offer, you better take it.
Yeah, it's your best offer.
Take negotiate your 15. There. That's what I would think negotiation there would be better, but it's not. At a certain point, it's not.
What do you mean?
That first offer that you get is going to be your highest one.
Yeah, and just negotiate off of that.
Yeah.
But the second you showing everybody on the block, that's it.
Do you have a lot? You think that there's more buyers or sellers?
In what terms?
Like, do you have a lot, like your customers on a daily basis when you get your DMs, when they come into your showroom, do you have more people trying to sell you their jewelry?
I do have a lot of sellers.
Yeah.
But they're always upset with the price that I offer them.
Of course.
You know, we're never
gonna be happy.
I've been trying to buy a car for a month. I've been upset about every price.
The car industry is fucked up.
Yo, man,
It's fucked up, man. They're sleazy dirtbags in the car industry.
I feel like as a salesman, right? Because like me and him were both in sales like earlier in life, and I feel like if you just give people like maybe kind of the best rate like initially, then they're gonna trust you. But like, let's just say I'm buying a car, for example. Right? Like I went to Ford recently and then like, you know, they're coming back 6 different times after they go see their underwriter and they keep giving me lower prices. It's like, yo, I can't trust you now. It's because 6 fucking times.
You keep dropping the numbers.
Keep dropping the numbers. So like, all right, I'm just going to keep doing this all day long. You know what I mean? Like I feel like if you just give me like, you know, you make money, I make money.
Yeah, you know.
That's what I tell my customers. Like I'm not negotiating in the thousands. If I'm dropping the price $500 because I'm not making fucking...
That's the problem. People come in and probably think you're making an absolute
they think I'm making a killing,
yeah, like 50,000. This guy's making 5,000. It's like, nah, bro, we're doing this for $200.
Yeah.
But like you said, if you do that $200 flip 5 times in a day, you just made it. You know what I'm saying? You just, made, you know, like
$1,000. But unfortunately, $1,000 doesn't go far in the business.
Yeah, I could only imagine.
You know, you have to make it's called an honest profit margin. That's between you and God, whoever you believe in up there. You know, because in this business you have all the power. So I could completely rip someone in half, or I could make an honest profit margin. You know, keep good luck in my business and keep moving forward. You know, the second you keep ripping people, it's gonna catch up.
It's gonna come back.
It's gonna come back.
It's gonna come back to.
That is not good luck. It's not good business. You know, you like in a business like this where you have all the power, you have to be honorable. You know, you have to be honorable.
And people see that.
They will see that.
Yeah, of course, of course. And I'm sure this is just like anything else. This is all word to mouth.
Yeah, this one, yeah.
You're gonna have one guy who you did the right thing by is gonna tell this guy who's gonna tell this guy and this guy, and that's just more business in your pocket.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's the problem, man. People don't run it on as a business.
Me and Andrew talking also about like the inventory factor, because to get into this business, you need to have an inventory of jewelry.
Not in the beginning.
For real?
Yeah, like
so it basically starts from a flip.
From a flip, yeah.
Oh, and you just
one ring.
That's impressive, bro. I'm sorry.
That ring.
Yo, that's crazy, bro. That's wild. Where is that ring right now?
I know the guy who still
tell him we want it back.
I want it. I want that first custom piece, man.
Tell him we want that ring back. We want to put that shit. Nah, tell him to bring the white finger.
Do you actually like have like the solder and stuff? A funny thing happened to us. Marlboro Township lost power completely for the last 10 minutes. I guess that happens out in Jersey.
Back and we're rolling and we're live.
Yeah, fucking New Jersey, bro. I can't. Yo, just out of curiosity, would you ever open up a jewelry shop at Marlboro Township?
No way. I'll do a pawn shop.
He's like, you think I want the lights going out on my customers when they buy a $50,000 Cuban link? No, then I gotta start lowering prices and stuff.
I just feel like what Joe Rogan says, I do. You know what I mean?
Joe Rogan says take fucking mushrooms and sit in your dark room for 8 hours. That's what I do. You know.
I know you mentioned you're completely sober, but yo, to get off like business and shit like that, would you ever like take like ayahuasca or anything like that? Would you guys ever fuck with that
shot?
No?
I don't want to fuck with my brain either, bro. I just don't want. God forbid I never come back. You know.
No, you do. That's exactly what I'm saying.
God forbid I never come back, and then I gotta be, think I'm a cup of orange juice for the rest of my life.
Some crazy shit.
Yeah, like you never know. Because there's some people that I don't care how much they say that they came. Some people are like, I feel bad. They're burnt.
Yeah, they're fried.
Like, they're fried. Like, you can't have a normal conversation with them. They think crazy things are happening. Nah, bro.
I wish like someone tells me like I really like got to the deeper meaning of life, bro. And I'm like, bro, you're hallucinating,
like,
man.
Bro,
you took a substance, you hallucinated.
Bro, but you didn't go to any meaning of life. You were just high, bro.
Yeah, you were high,
bro.
But why is it that everybody takes this ayahuasca shit and they all have the same sort of experience and they say they feel better after?
Take cocaine. Everybody's gonna have the same experience doing cocaine too. It's all the same shit. Like, yo, Mike Tyson's another one. Like, yo, he takes those things religiously.
What, cocaine?
No, like ayahuasca and...
him and Dave East did mushrooms together.
He's fried.
Him and Dave East did.
Dave East and Mike Tyson?
Yeah, they were on a podcast together.
They do crazy shit like that, man.
Listen, if I was next to Mike Tyson, I I would think about taking mushrooms if it was offered to me.
Like when you're with Mike Tyson?
If I'm with him and he's like offering mushrooms, like, dude, it's the champ. Right?
Well, now they people microdose. Like that's like a big thing now. So now people don't take them like an eighth at a time. Like when we were younger, that's what you should do. Take an eighth of shrooms and freaking fly. Now they take literally just a little bit at a time. And a lot of people say there's a lot of positive benefits to it. I mean, listen, to each his own, man. That's what you like to do. That's what you like to do. I'm good. I had a bad
mushroom trip once. I was younger, right? And I was at my boy's house, and you were there. And so, like, I was at my boy's house, and the vibes were just not good. Like, something was up. You know, we were on Bay 20-something, and
Good question. Was this? I watched your first podcast. Was this the same boy you said he has like this couch that's been there for like fucking 50 years?
Nah, that's our boy Frank. Yeah.
That's the cum couch right there. Yeah, that couch is infected with some type of disease.
Yeah, something. Cumanese, I think. That you know, if it was a nationality, you know what I mean. But yo, I tried walking home right after I took like an eighth of mushrooms. I was like, I don't know, 19 at the time, some shit like that, bro. I could not call car service and tell them where I was, bro. They're like, yo, where are you, this and that. I'm like, I'm by the Chicken Ridiculous store. They're like, I don't know what that is.
That's like the bagels, right?
Yeah. He's on 86 and like 7.
Yeah. And then I was by Poly Prep. I'm like, I don't know, they fucking teach kids in there. Help me, bro, you know?
Get me out of here. It's like, fucked up.
He's like, I'm by a building. He's like, you don't get it? I'm by a building.
It's not over yet.
He's like, where? In Brooklyn, you idiot.
Were you on the phone, Mexicana? Were you on the phone, Mexicana?
Yes, bro.
Oh,
no, Colombiana, the other one. The one that's not in Bensonhurst.
That is great.
Man, fuck. So then I get home, right? And at this point, I didn't have a bedroom. I was sleeping in, like, my family's house in Bay Ridge, right? On, like, 76th and 5th. I get home, my whole fucking family's up. I could not even hide it. They were all having dinner. And I forgot it was 10 o'clock. Bro, I walked in, I was like, I'm on mushrooms. Like, all right, we didn't ask, but, you know. And then my sister was, like, in the room and shit. I just could not hide it, bro. It was bad.
The one thing I will say with shrooms is that, you get, like, a
sixth sense?
Yeah, bro. Yeah. You feel vibes off of people, like, immediately. Like, you know when somebody, like, I don't know, it's weird. Like, you could just feel, like, their energy. Like, I know people could do that sober, but with this, it's, like, fucking heightened. Like, you just feel somebody. Like, we took shrooms one day with friends, and we were all in one room. I had this feeling in my heart that there was this one kid there, and I knew something was up, and I was telling my boy, I'm like, yo, I don't know, bro. Something that he's doing, I don't know, bro.
Money got robbed that night, right?
Bro.
Yeah.
Money got robbed from a girl who was there. Like $50, $100, bro. We're fucking 16 years old, bro. $50, $100 is like the fuck. Are you kidding me? It's the world, like, you know. That's just gonna last us the next 3 weeks, you know.
Scumbag for that. I'm not gonna lie.
And I'm telling you, I felt it. I said, yo, we were like, look, everybody was looking everywhere for this money. Where's the money? Where's the money? And I said, yo, I said, I'm not gonna bring it up. I said, but I know he has it. And sure enough, a couple hours later, his girl, the kid's girlfriend, actually fucking said, she said, you know, so-and-so has the money. It's in his pocket. Oof. And then we were like, yo, and I said, yo, I wasn't even mad at that point. I'm like, who cares? Like, it is what it is. Now I know, now I know where I stand with you. I would like, even if somebody like would do that to me now, like, that's just who I am, bro. You need the $50 that bad, my brother? Take the $50. Take the $50. If it takes me $50 to find out your true colors, I would have paid $100 to find out your true colors. You know, people go their whole lives not knowing this person is behind your back, fucking giving you the evil eye and wishing bad on you, you know?
Evil serious.
Yeah, but
evil eye serious.
Of course it is, bro. Especially in your fucking business.
Any broke boys came in that like spent that last dollar on some fire fucking jewelry just to kind of show out a little bit.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's
all right, we don't gotta like tell them like they're not gonna know who it is. But, like, it's a little story.
I've had people come in, spend their life, come in all balling. They buy the jewelry. And then, within the month, 2 months, they come to sell it back to me.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's just a flex for those 2 months?
It's a flex, but the thing is, they lose money. So, like, as a businessman, I make money on the sale, then I buy it low as hell, and then I re-flip it again. Yeah. So, like, I'll take those all day long.
I was just going to say, for you, it's probably a good thing.
I mean, I agree with what you're doing. That dude should not be buying nothing like that to flex. Like, I always say, bro, if that's not who you are, you know what I mean? Don't try to be something you're not, bro.
I just feel like if you can't I always put in my mind, if you can't buy the thing 3 times, don't buy it one time, you know? Like if something costs you, this thing costs you $5,000, right? If you don't have $15K for playing money, you should not buy the thing for $5,000.
Everybody's so afraid of like they want their appearance to be like fire at all times.
Everything's fake, man.
Everything's fake.
Everything's fake. Anything on social media is fake. You know, like the cars are rented, the chains are rented,
Last
girls
year
are rented.
It is.
And the designer's fake.
It is, bro.
Like,
it's like these women like fall for it too. It's like I always say to like a lot of women that like, you know, I talk to, and I'm like, you know, they try to show out and like whatever, and I'm like, yo, you're talking to dudes that probably had like $50,000 in credit card debt. Yeah, and it's like you're gonna end up marrying these guys, and yeah, he'll show out for a little bit, but I guarantee you, in 10 to 15 years, you're gonna lose it all because that dude doesn't have his finances in order. And listen, there's some scenarios where like a dude might be rich off daddy's money, you know what I mean, or self-made. But like me and him always said the first few episodes, like the first past episodes, we said like, yo, the dudes that build it from the ground up. Like
it's different.
Those are the dudes that we've been talking to. You know what I'm saying?
That's what we want here.
There's like a different respect factor for those types.
Like I admire you because of that. Like you didn't get help, you know, from nobody. It's like you built this empire by yourself.
Well, I don't even have a crazy empire yet either. You know, like
but you got some shit.
Yeah, appreciate
you know what I mean. Like you're building it right now, and it's like I see you working. Yeah, I see you working.
I work every day, man. I work every day. The second I wake up, I answer messages to the second I go to sleep. You know.
Are you in the showroom every day too?
Every day I'm in the showroom. Yeah, weekends I'm closed, and this week I'm closed.
Obviously, full to show.
Yeah, for the nice jewelry education. Yeah. But I work all the time. I don't like not working. I don't go on vacation. I don't like.
You know what's crazy, bro? Like we had Bird for Pallet Kings come on, Johnny for Pallet Kings. And he said the same shit.
Yeah.
And I feel like I saw like a point that somebody was making. It's like you got to be successful more than you want to sleep and more than you want to breathe.
Obsession will beat talent all the time, bro. You got to just be obsessed. Once
you're obsessed, beat the guy who's obsessed, you know?
Yeah.
Guy wakes up and breathes, eats, and sleeps, and everything is about his business, and you think because you're better at it, you're gonna beat him? Nah, bro. Don't work like that, my friend.
Because when I go to the Diamond District, like I've been there too. Like I never met nobody with your type of persona. I always met like a dude that's trying to like shove some shit like my way.
Sleazy, real
sleazy.
And
I can tell.
Just like a car salesman. I say it all the time.
I feel like you're a dime a dozen. Like do you see people that like look like you, that act like you, that have the same temperament as you? You feel like you're kind of like the only one that kind of, you know, has your type of personality.
Appreciate you.
Do you feel that way though? That anybody's like kind of mimics you a little bit? Because I feel like no way,
no,
not a shot.
A lot of grimy ass people over there, but there's some great people over there.
Yeah, I'm sure.
There's some great fucking people over there, man.
I'm sure.
Dime a dozen though.
Yeah.
There's like a couple people that I'll go to war for them over there.
For real.
Like a couple, I could probably count them on one hand.
But that's you got to bring, like you said, there's so many people doing the same thing. You got to bring something different to the table.
Yep.
And I'm telling you, that's what I feel like. I don't know the guy, but I told you on TikTok, the guy Moses, he's the first person I've ever watched bring up. I knew nothing about the jewelry business, about the diamond industry, anything. He's the one, he brought something different to the table. Mm-hmm. I mean, did he, like you said, maybe social media, they kind of ruin it for a little bit, or ruining it now, but he brought something different to the table.
Yeah, right now he has his foot on the game, I'm not gonna lie.
He's
as far as that niche, you know?
He's everywhere.
As far as the flipping niche, he's got his foot on that. He's got his foot on the game right now. But that's what happens in this business. Like you'll always see new talent. There's always new talent.
Mm-hmm. And you just gotta maintain yourself, like, you know what I mean? You gotta try to maintain what you're doing right now. How'd you feel about the movie? I don't know if we even got that on camera, Uncut Gems. Yeah. How like accurate was that?
Pretty accurate, man.
That movie's fucking
They use real people from the diamond industry to keep it authentic.
Yeah.
You know, that's probably the story for some people in the diamond. I think it's loosely based on a true story, if I'm not mistaken.
Probably.
But there's a lot of money in the diamond district, right? So I could see how someone could spiral out of hand, you know?
It seems like a very tense work environment.
It is tense. Yeah,
like it's this constant action. Always. You know what I mean? Like that whole episode, like you just felt the episode.
That's how I feel at work. You felt it. You feel like, whoa, it's like this guy's.
How do you kind of maintain a level head, bro? Like how do you do that? Like at the end of the day.
I don't.
Like, see this gray hair? You see this gray hair, bro?
I don't, man. I'm not gonna lie. I'm trying to figure that out still.
It weighs on you?
Yeah.
But you know, it's also another thing. You love what you do, bro.
Yeah, it comes with it. It's a price you pay.
What we just said, it's a small price to pay.
You know, some days are harder than others, but it is what it is. Like Because when I'm high, I'm on top of the fucking world. It's like I'm the shit, and then when I take those L's,
you're feeling garbage.
Yeah. Fuck. I'll feel it in my
More
body.
losses than wins, probably.
Yeah. No. Actually, no.
You're winning right now.
I'm winning.
My boy's winning.
Yeah, I try to make sure.
God bless.
I try to win. But when I do take a hit, it'll be like a big hit. You know.
Yeah.
If I do take a hit, it's gonna hurt. I can't take hits, but you don't understand. Like I can't afford to take hits there, because I don't have no one backing me up. Every move I take has
so it's
has
critical.
to work. I have to
Everything is
roll the
critical.
dice, and I have to hit a 6. I can't not hit a 6.
Yeah.
There's been days I've had no cash in my pocket, and the rent's due next week, and I have to. Like,
At that point now, you're like searching around looking for anything, right?
yeah, and it comes. It's so weird.
It's the big man
Yeah.
upstairs.
It's calm, bro. Like you lived your life doing the right things.
I did, yeah.
You know
like
what
you
I'm
said,
saying?
you treat people with respect. You try to do the right thing, and it'll always go. Like I say it all the time, God's gonna take care of it. Don't worry about it. Like stop stressing out.
Yeah, you can't stress. That like prayer helps me. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, bro.
Like I know it's a corny thing to say, but
Not
like,
at
prayer
all. You don't have
helps
to
me.
say something.
That's what
I don't think
keeps
so
me
at all.
level-headed
No.
these days.
I'm more like I believe in more like energy nowadays. Like just like
yeah.
maintaining like a positive energy and just
The law of attraction, people.
real.
The law of attraction is real.
Yeah, and it's just like karma. I don't know one person that
Visualize.
lived their life like a piece of shit, and like ended up good things ended up happening to them.
No, they won't. Just because this guy made money, he had it good. Like, no. Like,
Well, me and him grew up around kids that like were
Yeah.
flexing for years, and like I'm like this kid's a piece of shit.
don't
piece of
need-
shit.
And like,
no
yeah,
substance.
No, and then
No
you know
character.
what? Later in
No
life,
character.
bad shit happened to that
Yeah.
those motherfuckers.
It's
you know
the
what I mean?
truth. What do
Yeah.
we say? Money isn't everything.
You
You
make
could have
money.
all the money in the world, bro.
Yeah.
You're still lacking something in here.
What do you die with? You know what I mean? You die with your reputation,
what you have.
your destiny,
Yeah,
your
yeah,
reputation.
yeah.
You know what I mean? What impact you have? Like I try to pride myself on like making a person's day better. It took me a while to realize like how important that shit was. You know what I mean? And like I'm sure even in your industry, like you're changing lives. A person comes in there with their dream piece of jewelry. It's like holy shit! I finally got enough money together like to get this. You know, I made it, and you're kind of delivering that to them,
That's a good feeling.
which is special.
I like when I design something, Like
It's
when I
yours.
design something and they
Somebody
love it.
comes in, shows you something.
Some cool shit, and it's a good feeling to take something in here and just pull it out.
Pop
It's
it out
here.
right there.
That's a gift from God. Like that's not possible for a lot of people.
Nah, the creative vision.
Yeah.
Were you always creative your whole
Whole
entire life, right?
I never paid attention to school, man. I just doodle. I still have my notebooks from school because like teacher would be talking, I would be just drawing.
Drawing, yeah.
I never paid attention. I never did homework. I never studied. I never opened the book when I came home.
I'm sure people like probably shit on you for like dropping out and shit like that.
Yeah,
Like, you're
in the
crazy.
beginning. Yeah, in the beginning.
And
yeah.
who's laughing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like society.
It feels good. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Laughing to the show.
That's a flex.
Laugh when I go into work at 12 in the afternoon. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
Why not everybody's finished over there working for 6 hours, got dirt on their boots.
Yeah.
But sometimes they have it better than me. I'm not gonna lie.
Nah, I don't think so. I
Some.
think that like you genuinely took a risk and you had a vision and you went full force after it. And it's like now you're sitting on top of the game right now. I think that's something you should be proud of every day.
Let me ask you something. Are you happy?
No, I don't care about happiness, man.
That's not true.
No, you're happy.
Like
Are
I'm
you in a good
proud.
mood? All right.
I go through. It's a waves, man. It comes in waves. I'm happy and
Yeah,
I'm
of
not.
course.
That I
Happy,
get.
I'm not. But I try not to get too attached to the feeling of happiness.
Are you happy within yourself? Do you love yourself? You know what I mean?
what
That's a
does that
better
mean,
question.
though?
That means like you wake up every day and like you always said there's an empty space, but that comes within success. But I mean like you genuinely like look in the mirror every day and it's like, yo, you're the man.
Yeah, for sure.
That means you're happy.
You gotta have
Yeah,
that
then I'm happy.
confidence.
Yeah.
That means you're happy. Because you know, like
Because what is happiness, man? I don't know what happiness is. Like,
being comfortable in your own skin, waking up every day being excited to do something, you know what I mean? Having a genuine like hope for the future, you know what I mean? Like not the days aren't gloom, you know what I mean? Like the sun shining on you, like that's happiness to me. You know? And then like people mistake happiness with you have to have multiple people around you and
because I think of childish happiness. When you tell me, "Are you happy?" I think of that type of happiness.
It's a good point. Yeah.
So
I mean,
no, but if you're in that sense, I'm happy.
well, we're adults. Like happiness means a lot of different things. Like I've learned throughout my life, it's I always had to have a lot of people around me. I'm sure Ange feels the same way. And now the older like we get, it's like I like myself now. Like I'm good within myself, you know. And it's you got to give yourself those fulfilling things throughout the day that make you feel whole, and you do it with I'm gonna hustle every goddamn second in this jewelry industry, and I'm gonna make myself feel good. That's happiness because you're attaining a goal.
But you can't get too attached to happiness because you have to perform regardless.
Well, then when something bad happens, you feel like your whole freaking thing is going downhill just because you're so. You got, just like you said, it comes in waves. You got to learn how to control. Yeah, you got to learn how to control it. You really do. You can't be too addicted to happiness because it's not going to be there every day. You're right.
It won't.
You're right.
I think people have this misconception of that. It's like, in friendships and, relationships and everything like that, is you always think that person should just be like completely good at all times. It's like we all go through some shit. Anybody, the most successful people you see on social media or TV and shit like that, like those people have a brain just like us, and we all have the same, we're all we have commonality. We're human beings. It's like, you have emotions. You have a bad day, you have a good day. One day you go into work, it's like, you kill it, and then one day you don't kill it, and then it's like that anxiety kicks in and shit like that. That's normal though, but like the overall picture, I think, for happiness, I think that has a different meaning, and I take that as, now that I'm pushing 30, like comfortable within yourself. You wake up every day and it's like, you feel good being in your own skin, which I didn't feel like my whole life.
Having a support system, having your family around, and
what it is?
Doing something you love.
Like I told my friends, and I told my employee this too. Like, nothing matters. Like, the business doesn't matter. What I'm doing, I told him, I'll be like, what I'm doing now is bullshit. Like, everything is bullshit, right? The only thing that matters in life is food, water, and good company. Everything else is literally bullshit. Business is a sport. Work is a sport. And everything else is just hobbies due to pass time.
It is. Like I said earlier, right? Like, you die with your rep. And how else are you gonna build a rep without making a positive impact to people's lives?
Or you can have a rep for making
You could be infamous, my friend.
Yeah. We had somebody DM the page the other day. It was a woman from PA, which I don't know how our algorithm even hit her, but she said she opened up like a contouring business. I guess that's something to do with makeup or something like that. And she said, like, I always had the vision of starting my own thing, and you guys go on there and you speak like your true selves, which nobody does, and this and that. Like, if I could get a message like that once every, even like you, bro, you DM the page like, yo, this is fire. Like, you started following us, and like you started liking our stuff, and I'm like, yo, like, people are tuning in and loving what we're doing.
No, because the energy is there. You could feel the energy.
That's just positive.
People know.
Real.
They know.
Real.
And there's always gonna be people who fucking hate and shit on
Good.
you.
Just don't watch it.
That's what I said. I was just going to say, whether you're talking, whether good things are coming out of your lips or bad things are coming out of your lips, you know what?
You're watching our shit.
The haters actually will push the haters will push the algorithm.
Yeah. We encourage that.
So, I haven't heard anything like face to face because people probably know, we'll lace them up, but like,
before the veins start coming out.
Yeah, the veins are coming out.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? So when I see him, like, you look familiar, bro. He's like, probably from passing. I'm like, no. I'm like, you look familiar. But
ladies and gentlemen, on that note, we are going to wrap it up. Shout out your socials. Let the people know.
Follow me on TikTok, it's Stephen Paul Diamonds, and then follow me on Instagram, Stephen Paul Diamonds. I post jewelry all day long over there.
Check out my boy, ladies and gentlemen. Wrapping it up. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next week.